Hi and welcome, Kat from Sacred Soul Rising. So the first thing that I want to talk about today, which I got a question on, is what does divine masculine feel? And does divine masculine just walk away and feel nothing? Well, initially, as we all know, once soul recognition happens on this journey, divine masculine runs off and heads for the hills. They need to run and get lost as far away as possible. Why? Because the energy and the connection feels so intense. Why is that? Because it is the one soul, and one soul recognition has happened and the core wounds are activated. It activates both bodies. That Kundalini frequency and energy is rising, and it is rising at a very, very strong, powerful rate. And that feels overwhelming. Divine masculine often feels sick, often feels like almost like dizzy, like they've come off a fairground ride, because the energy is so powerful. And so I want you to know that, on a true, and let's get this clear here, because we see the word twin flame, and I don't even want to use that word anymore. In fact, I really do believe from this video, I am no longer using that word, because it's like a cheap word that is batted around, that is seen that it is higher than soulmates. Soulmates and twin flames are nothing alike. It's like talking about stag energy and talking about a mouse. Yes, they are both animals, but how they operate is very, very different. And I want you to really understand this. This is not, yes, initially it felt like a very intense romantic relationship. But once activated, once soul recognition happens, it is not that. It is then the journey of the one soul, learning how to balance in the 3D. Nobody, divine feminine, can tell you who your twin flame is, because it is you in another body. So nobody should be taking away your power. This journey is a journey of your soul, and you, divine feminine, are the lead in this connection. You are the conscious aspect. They are the subconscious aspect. This is an energetic connection of one system. It is formless though. And that is what is really, really hard. You are never going to see things through these eyes. You are going to see and feel at a soul level through the third eye. This journey is a pathless journey. This journey is a gateless journey. And while ever you believe that you are activated on this journey solely for union, you're going to keep on looping. You are in attachment. This journey is about non-attachment. This journey is about you coming into your divine power, you coming into your sovereignty, and you realizing how incredible you are. My work and anybody else's work on this journey who is a guide and to help and support you on this journey is not to tell you who your twin flame is not to disempower you, is to give you all the tools so you know that this journey is an incredible journey that you have been gifted with. You are on an awakening journey. And for those of you that are like, I don't feel like I'm on an awakening journey. I'm not seeing synchronicities. I'm not seeing anything spiritual. I'm not feeling connected to the universe. I will ask you to look at it and go, am I really truly on this journey? And that's really hard. But that is the truth of it. You see, twins, and I don't even want to use that. So let's use something else. The one soul, it's a dance of the one soul here in the 3D. And the one soul has to learn how to balance the frequency and the energy here in the 3D. And that is really, really hard, because both divine feminine, divine masculine have never felt those feelings and that connection and that energy. And it's not even They've never felt a connection like it. They've not felt all these funny sensations, the body sensations, the rashes, the weight gain, the weight loss, the hair changes, the eye changes, the feeling this unbelievable energy that is rising up, that sometimes you can think it is maybe a sexual energy, but actually it is life force energy. You see, you are activated on this journey at every single body, the emotional, the physical. And here's the thing, many times people come and work with me and go, Kat, I am a director of a company, or, I lead a very big department. I am not an unstable person, Kat. I have not got big abandonment wounds and things like that. I don't feel betrayed normally. Why now suddenly are all these wounds from maybe childhood that I thought I dealt with now rising in me? Why? Because you are on an awakening journey. You are on an energetic path. And so this journey is deeply mystical. This journey is not to be brought into the 3D and try and figure out how, why, and what. That's not the journey. If you are still asking those questions, how, why, and what, or, when are they returning? How are they, going to come back to me? You are going to keep yourself in pain. You are going to keep yourself looping. The journey is about you releasing and coming into your divine power. Only when you release does it allow divine masculine to feel the air. It's like an aeration. I've always called it an aeration. I always think about, those aerators that you hang your clothes on. If you cram it full of all the washing, it's not going to dry. It's going to smell. It's going to stink. You've got to position the washing so it can aerate. And that is this journey. The journey, the one soul has to aerate. The energy has to learn how to create its own equilibrium. This journey is a journey. The most that you can find, the most knowledge you will find about the journey is to look at nature itself. And that might sound a bit hippy-dippy, but that is the journey. It's a deeply mystical journey. Divine masculine feels exactly what you feel. But while ever you are pushing your energy on, they have no other option but to run. So the most and the best thing that you can give yourself this Christmas is to bring all the energy back to you. Every last little bit, and release and let them go. Release and let them go. And that is often what scares divine feminine the most. But while ever you have any attachments, and even backdoor feeding attachments, i.e., I'm not doing any of that, I just happen to do this occasionally. It's backdoor feeding. It's not the journey. The journey is about shifting your energy into you, coming into your divine power. Only when you come into divine power does it release divine masculine to start to work on themselves. When you work on you, it has an effect on both the one soul, but on both bodies. But while ever you are looking outside of yourself for the answers, seeking that wisdom outside of yourself, seeking what divine masculine is doing, looking and trying to understand it from their point of view, it will never ever happen. And that's the bottom line. And not many people like to talk about it in that way because it's too straight to the point. But you do not want to stay in pain any longer. You do not want to stay looping any longer. That's not the journey. The journey, and I sometimes speak to people and they've been looping and in pain for years and years. It's not the journey. The journey is about shifting into you. All your energy into you. And when you do that, when you start to come into your sovereignty, when you start to come into your own power, not anybody else's, your power, you owning it, and doing all the things that bring you joy, that light you up. And you may be going, Kat, nothing is bringing me joy right now. Nothing lights me up because they left me. That is the journey. The journey breaks you open. It breaks you in half, and you now have to find yourself. You now have to build the strongest foundations. You see, anything that was built on crumbly foundations will dissipate away. In order for you to build that strong foundation, that strong life, that nobody ever again can ever shake it, because you know who you are. You know how powerful you are. You don't need to seek the knowledge outside of yourself because you know that you hold all the answers. You hold all the answers. And when you step into that energy, it activates divine masculine at a soul level. And often that is when they will start to slowly come back in. And the problem then often is divine feminine decides to treat it like a relationship again, and the cycle starts again. Do not treat it like a relationship. It is not a relationship. It is a balancing of an energy in the 3D. It is a soul's dance. The soul's dance of having that duality aspect, the polarity here in the 3D, and learning how to merge that energy into a balanced equilibrium, into a Zen Satori state. This journey is nothing in black and white. It is a deeply mystical journey, and it will activate you at a soul level. And the journey is all about you connecting in with soul. One last thing that I want to say. The mind and ego does not do the work on this journey. The soul does the work. If you need more help and support, my website is there. I'm here to, I've got special Zoom calls tomorrow in Awaken to Consciousness, 2 hours to help and support people on this journey. It's non-bullshit. It's the truth of the journey. You can show up, you can ask all the questions that you have, but I will always bring you back to the truth of the journey, and the truth of the journey always starts with you. I send you so much love. I send you so much blessings, and get out of the looping, get out of the pain. This is the biggest present that you can give yourself this Christmas. So in 2024, you shift into that empowered state. Nobody else can do this journey for you. Don't seek the answers outside of yourself. Seek them within. Connect in with soul. When you connect in with soul, when you seek the answers within, when you connect in deeply, that is when the journey starts to shift and everything changes. I send you much love.